Hello everybody, what is going on? And yep, as promised, I am back today with a second episode of Mark Us on Top. And we will still be using that Kyogre Yveltal Manectric Core. I played just a couple of more games, so our rating is just a little bit higher. But I switched things up a little bit since, yeah, now we will see Kangaskhan, Gengar, and Ferrothorn, which is a little bit closer to the team version that Christoph Kugler was running at Lanaken, where he won the regional. The only difference being that he had a Landorus Therian form over where I have Kangaskhan right now. I think it's hard to say. Like this kind of setup works a little bit different than the other one. Rather than playing for like a Trick Room sweep, this time we will try to set up Tailwind and sweep with that. But let's hold that thought as our first opponent comes at us with a big B team as the former Japanese national champion and world semi-finalist Tony put it on Twitter. Like he said, like big A is like big 5 plus Mungus, and then big B would be Bronzong, and big C would be Cresselia, which are the three most common like switch ups from the standard big 6 lineup. So, yeah, this team is certainly interesting. I do think that leading off with Kangaskhan and Gengar is probably our best bet here. And then the question is, do we want to bring Yveltal, or will we just leave it at home once again, since our opponent has that pesky Xerneas? So we didn't get to feature the dual primal matchup yet, which is where this team really shines. Or yeah, even the Rayogre matchup. But yeah, those Xerneas teams are a huge threat. So we could go with Yveltal, or we could go with Ferrothorn. I think we will go with Ferro, since my opponent does have the Trick Room setup available to him. And yeah, with Ferrothorn you can at least do some damage if Trick Room is up. But our Kyogre is also pretty slow, so our forms of, like, in terms of speed control, we are limited a little bit here, as both Kyogre and Ferrothorn are slow. We do have Icy Wind though on the Gengar, but no Tailwind whatsoever. So let's see how this game will unfold. Our opponent is leading here with a pretty straight Trick Room indicative setup lead in Kangaskhan and Bronzong right here. So yeah, like, I don't know, you've probably seen it a couple of times. Just straightforward Fake Out and Trick Room could be a play for my opponent to make here. My Kangaskhan is actually a little bit, or is it? No, I think I'm probably just, yeah, looking at the HP, I'm actually just Jolly max speed. I was considering using a more bulky version, but then I decided to just go with Jolly. So I could just go for the Fake Out on the Bronzong. I also do have Taunt on this Gengar. Another play I could make though would be to Power Punch and Taunt to prevent that Trick Room from going out. But let's see what my opponent decides to do. Maybe he even has that Mental Herb on Bronzong. Or maybe he goes for a low kick, since there's not too much he can do anyway to Fake Out, unless, of course, he has the Scrappy ability, which is what we are seeing right here. So yeah, I'm happy with my play going for the Power Punch to raise the attack stat by 2 stages. So he will most likely just go for the Trick Room setup here. And yeah, by not Mega Evolving, he also makes sure that he is faster than my Kangaskhan. Pretty much guaranteed. Like, of course he does not know that I am indeed Jolly, but like most Kangaskhan opt to at least go for enough speed to outspeed Smeargle. So he has Trick Room up. Sucker Punch is my obvious play right here. There is a chance he might try to skill swap away Parental Bond from my Kangaskhan. He could also just go for a Gyro Ball though on my Gengar. He could switch out his Kangaskhan. There's a whole lot of stuff he could do. I'm actually just going for another Power Punch. But let's see, he actually stays in. Okay, so I was kind of predicting him to switch out into something. But he actually just goes for Gravity. However, he did not Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan, so that could be really, really good if he goes for just a double edge into that slot, and that is what happens here. Okay, so not exactly what I was anticipating, but correctly predicting his Bronzong not to go for an attacking move, so instead, yeah, he opted to go for Gravity, since he did not want to go for the Gyro Ball, fearing a potential Sucker Punch coming out from my back then +2 Kangaskhan. So as we do see the Gravity here, it is pretty likely that his Bronzong does not carry Skill Swap. I mean, there is a decent chance that for Bronzong to have both Gravity and Skill Swap, since with Skill Swap you're not actually like really trying to set up your ground in a way that ground type attacks can't hit it anymore, but you're more like looking for like to hit Precipice Blades on everything, and you don't even care if your ground is affected by ground types attacks or not. I mean, well, you kinda are, but you get, I hope you get what I'm saying. So, but since my opponent did not show us Skill Swap there, where he had a pretty decent opportunity to take Parental Bond off of my Kangaskhan, I am pretty certain that he just does not have it. But yeah, now we have to be extra careful, since Gravity is indeed up. I don't want to lose my Ferrothorn. Pretty sure he would just go for... he could Sword Dance if he has it. That would be really annoying. I don't have anything with Intimidate. So... I think I will just go for a Sucker Punch and switch into Gengar, so that if he KOs it with Precipice Blades or something, we would get the free switch into Kyogre, and I don't see too much value for Gengar at this point anyway. But yeah, this match could be tough. So it actually failed, and so this Groudon carries either Sword Dance or Substitute. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. And it is going to be Sword Dance, damn. So I could have made the read there, but in the end it wouldn't have mattered too much since his Bronzong went for the Hypnosis anyway. But yeah, then we would have at least burned Eternal Sleep. But now there is just not too much I can do at all, since he will just go ahead and Precipice Blades away. And there's no chance for Kangaskhan to wake up. My Gengar does not carry Protect or anything. And he will probably just... he could just switch in Precipice Blades or Hypnosis in Precipice Blades, but probably switch coming out here. And yeah, there's just nothing I can do, I guess. Now we can hope that my Kyogre underspeeds / outspeeds his Groudon in Trick Room, but I can't switch it in or anything. Yeah, he just goes for the Hypnosis. I think, depending on what he has in the back, switching out is not the worst of ideas, since Precipice Blades is so threatening anyway. And yeah, like the only way he could potentially lose would be my my Kyogre like speed tying or being also min speed if he's min speed and winning the speed tie and KOing him. Though for that to happen, I would still have to outstall Gravity, since he can of course just put me to sleep. So yeah, maybe staying in with Bronzong, yeah, not really any harm in that. So it was probably the right play after all. So what do we do? I mean, I guess I have to go for Protects until at least Gravity is gone anyway. So I'm not sure if this Ferrothorn could take 2 Precipice Blades. I highly doubt it. So I will just go for a double Protect this turn. But yeah, the chances of me winning this game are pretty much non-existent. So let's think, would the other version have played better against this team? Certainly. As he actually withdraws Groudon. Okay, that is also a way to just win the game and seal up the deal, since Groudon, even on its own, should be able to beat a Kyogre and the Ferrothorn in Sun. So yeah, had I read into that and gone for the Gyro Ball into the Groudon, even then, like, Xerneas goes down potentially. But yeah, with Hypnosis, he makes sure that he will yeah, like, definitely not lose 2 mons to Water Spout or anything. And now Xerneas comes in, he can go for whatever he wants. Probably switches his... what is he switching to Groudon here? Probably just the Xerneas and Trick Rooms. Also, so Xerneas into Groudon and Trick Room. Maybe. Yeah, let's see what will happen. Yeah, okay, so he actually withdraws Xerneas. So if we got like lucky with double crits or anything, we might still in theory have a chance to win this. Since he cannot get past Ferrothorn without his Groudon. But Ice Beam not dealing too much damage, and he just goes for the Hypnosis on the Ferrothorn. Okay. Didn't even bother setting up another Trick Room. But yeah, that also helps, I guess, since now he is pretty much free to just Fire Punch the Pharaoh. But yeah, Gravity was still up, so that was a fine play, I guess, by my opponent. So I will go for the Ice Beam, and he might just want to go for Precipice Blades though, over Fire Punch, since I could just Wake Up and Protect. So I will just go ahead and Power Whip him here. Okay, so Kyogre outspeeds his Groudon. Let's see if Ice Beam plus Power Whip. Yeah, that would have KO'd probably, but he goes for the Fire Punch wisely enough, knowing that Ferrothorn is the biggest threat to his team at this point. So I probably should have gone for the Protect instead. But yeah, being so far behind, I had to make some reads anyway. So yeah, he will just go for Gravity, and then next turn he can go for Protect, Groudon, and Trick Room, and then Hypnosis, Precipice Blades for the victory. So pretty interesting approach here by my opponent, coming at us with that Bronzong option in the Xerneas Groudon team, as my DS is running low. But that is no problem if I can get this cable and plug it in. So yeah, there's not really much of a point to continue playing, so I don't want to waste my time, your time, and the time of this guy. But yeah, he played this well definitely, and had yeah, the right plan with Sword Dance Groudon. He can just in Gravity he could just really roll over my team. So yeah, that is where that double Intimidate option with Manectric and Landorus really helps, though I'm not sure if I would have brought Manectric and this type of team with without, like, if I didn't have the Kangaskhan. So yeah, loss in the first battle of this episode, but yeah, let's try for another one to see if we can get the victory, and if we can probably get to use that Yveltal, since yeah, so far 3 battles, 3 Xerneas in our opponent's teams, so there was not really too much to do for that Yveltal, but let's see. HY from Japan wants to battle, and he has a Carbink, but no Yveltal, so I guess that is cool. I mean, it is a fairy type, but yeah, Yveltal should be able to take that. Also, with the interesting combination in Groudon and Rayquaza, that I wouldn't say it like made too much of a splash into the scene, but there is at least one Japanese team that features both of those mons that had some nice success in the recent past. Steelix makes an appearance here as well, apparently, and Exploud, so that is going to be very interesting, I would think. I think Kangaskhan makes a little bit more sense here than Manectric, so I will go with Kangaskhan Yveltal lead, probably. Or we could go for Kangaskhan Gengar, I guess. Kyogre definitely wants to come here. And for the last mon, I guess Ferrothorn, yeah, I'm not too sure what this guy is about, whether he is the most competitive or not, but we will for sure figure out in just a bit. So let's see here. So yeah, despite my efforts to climb higher on the ladder, we are meeting Carbink and Steelix. Certainly not what I expected, but hey. Let's see how this will go, as he leads off with Rayquaza X-Cloud. Okay, I don't exactly see the synergy between those two, but maybe X-Cloud knows some water-type attacks. I think it gets, what's it called? Aqua something. So let's see. I can't probably just go for a Fake Out though. Fake Out Tailwind is like the most tempting play right now to me. Yeah, let's just go for Fake Out Tailwind. If he goes for like Dragon Ascent into the Kangaskhan followed up by an Extreme Speed, that would be a little bit nasty, but I don't want to take like Choice Specs, Boom Burst, or anything like that from that Explode, so instead we're just going for the Fake Out there. Rayquaza goes for the Mega, and we'll get that speed boost that is needed to jump over Kangaskhan, but with Tailwind we should be fine here. Okay, no Protect coming out from the Ray, so that is probably no Boom Burst from the Explode. And yeah, this takes so long if like the heavy storms are active, and wow, that is so slow. My Yveltal is like slow and bulky, but still managed to outspeed that Rayquaza that just goes for a Dragon Dance. What? My opponent does not even care in the slightest. He just Megas and sets up there. Okay. So, how do we do this? Double Edge definitely not going to KO that Ray if he's that slow. So I would need to double up. I could go for Double Edge and Snarl. That might just be enough to do the trick. But might also come short, since this Yveltal is like pure bulk. And if he has like a lot of HP... So instead we might want to take the clean KO here on the X-Cloud. And yeah, I'm gonna just Snarl just in case. But I just want to get rid of this X-Cloud and get that nice boost. Maybe he goes ahead and KOs our Kangaskhan with like Dragon Ascent or something. But at least we will be able to get rid of that X-Cloud. Actually, maybe just going for Double Edge and Dark Pulse might have been better. But let's see here, as Snarl comes out and we'll take care of that X-Cloud. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see what this X-Cloud was all about. Definitely interesting. And yep, Dragon Ascent comes out. Who does he target? Probably Kangaskhan, as it is definitely the bigger threat here. No, actually goes straight for the Yveltal, but with all that bulk, as you can see from the HP number, that is like super bulky Yveltal, and we hang in there with a nice amount of HP, and we get the Citrus Berry. Interesting to know about the item choice from my opponent here. Like no Life Orb, probably no Focus Sash if he's that bulky. So maybe something like Weakness Policy, also no White Herb, which is something I played against earlier. So Greninja comes in here. I guess I can just go for a Sucker Punch, or just, yeah, Double Edge to knock out the Ray. Or I could just Power Up Punch into the Greninja to knock out that thing. Let's go for that. Just the Power Punch. Yep, as there is the Extreme Speed. So good thing we did not go for the Sucker Punch, and I don't think this should KO. Nah, as we hang in there and Power Punch comes off, will be super effective, and that should take care here. As it does, Greninja goes down in a single hit, even. And now Dark Pulse, despite the fact that we don't have any special attack investment, or like almost none, this, like, combined with a minus one special defense that Ray has from Dragon Ascending earlier still does a nice amount of damage. So Groudon comes in here and is probably just a little bit late to the party, as there is probably not too much left it can do here, but we will figure out soon. Yeah, I think just going for Double Edge into the Groudon and just a Dark Pulse into Ray should be enough to take this game. I mean, he can Extreme Speed the Yveltal and Protect, but even then. Tailwind would be over, but we have all the tools in the world to take this game. So, goes for the Extreme Speed, no Protect coming out. So he will get this KO on the Yveltal. But, once again, not exactly the greatest game to showcase what the Nectric Yveltal engine is all about. But, yeah, once again, not really finding the opening here to go for that. As, like, I don't know, Greninja and Exploud are known threats to that combination. So Tailwind is gone. I don't want to see the Primal Evolution from my Kyogre, so let's just go into Ferrothorn and take this game. So yeah, I don't know. He just forfeits, and that'll be it. So maybe I just need to play just a couple of more games to get ourselves in, I don't know, like the 1700s or something before I record the next battles. I don't know when those will go up. Yeah, and that's it from me. If you are in Europe and a football fan, then have fun watching Bayern Munich tonight. I will definitely do so. And to everyone, have a good day, have a good night. Bye bye, and see you soon.